Much love. So, thank you, Concretion. Make some noise for Concretion one more time. Word. So we got here today, right? And we just told people to come and show up. And the plan was to have as much of this community be a part of this as possible. So we were opening up the space, and we were talking about what today is. So for those who don't know, right, today is Memorial Day. Today is a day where we celebrate those that we lost in war. And there's been a war going on black bodies and black lives in this city for many decades, on this country for about 400 years, right? And so the violence that we see that happens in our community, right, is a product of state violence. And so that's what we've been talking about here. And so as I was articulating this early, I got to meet some new family today. So I'm gonna welcome to the microphone Miss Dolores, right? Because she told me a really tragic, heartbreaking story. And she said, y'all need to do something. I said, you're right, and I can't do this by myself. So I went and started to talk to some people, and we're trying to figure out how we can help support her family through something tragic that happened. But also, we want y'all to hear it, because we know that in this space we have everything we need, right? So I don't even know who all is here. So people may have many things to offer, many ideas that we have, and we like to come together. So I'm gonna give the microphone to Ms. Dolores and let us know what happened to her nephew. And we're gonna try to figure out ways that we can support. So you can either speak to her directly or come find me, or Kofi, raise your hand as well. Or come find Kofi if y'all wanna help support her family. So Ms. Dolores, everybody make some noise.
I'm gonna try to talk loud. Okay, so last year, September 5th, my nephew, Nathaniel Taylor, he was walking in this 1200 block on Albany, the same street, going to pick up his sister from an after-school program right over here. And Nathaniel he's special needs, 18, and he was walking, and he had to use the washroom, him and his brother. So he decided to use the washroom in a driveway of a Chicago police officer. You know, he didn't know who lived there or whatever, but he went to try to use the bathroom. He didn't want to go in the alley because there was a lot of people right there. And so in the midst of him pull his penis out, he didn't even get a chance to unzip his pants. The police officer just came out, didn't identify himself as a Chicago police officer, and just started pistol whooping him to the point he knocked his teeth out. He put the gun in his mouth. He was beaten really bad and everything. And they arrested him and took him to jail. And he was charged with 2 felonies and a criminal and a misdemeanor. And basically, it was like the officer walked away without nothing, and he was the one that got injured, and it was really bad. And the father right there, raise your hand, father, at St. Agatha Church, he let us have a rally there, and during that rally we met with Commissioner Robert Steele, and that got us, you know, some good things happened with that. And he told the once we had went to court and everything, he told the commissioner I was going to kill that young man. So my nephew could have been dead along with Rakia and some of the other young people. And the officer basically had no remorse. He said he couldn't tell by looking at my nephew that he was special needs. And there was a lot of people out there, and people were scared to say anything because they have to live in this community. And I think it's so wrong. And this, when the April, or whoever you call them, they came out to, when they came out to review the case and everything, to take the gun, there was a lot of people, they knocked on their doors, and they told me what they saw that happen. Then they was like, well, I didn't want to speak to the police, I don't want to get involved because I got to live over here, you know. And I was just telling him, it's sad, you know, that violence got to happen. And he was on house arrest for like 8 months, and he's been released, thank God. But today he didn't even want to come out here. He's like, he don't want to be nowhere near like Albany. So I think that was so sad. I'm like, it's Memorial Day, you free. And he's scared to, you know, come out because of what happened to him. You know, and his man, you know what I'm saying, back him being special needs, he don't really even truly understand and process what happened. You're having a gun put in your mouth, and now his thing of the people that's supposed to serve and protect, you know, now he feels like I'm scared to look to them for help. You know, so I was just coming to share our story, you know, tell anybody that can help us with the case, you know, and that was it. Thank you.
So before she goes, for her and her family, let me hear you say, we love you, we love you.
We love you, we love you. We love you.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Ms. Dolores. Mic check. Anybody see Bella Bonds?